Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat, and this is my top 10 Hell in a Cell matches in honour of Hell in a Cell this weekend. My notes are over here today, guys, so I'm going to just be doing that. Hell in a Cell is one of my favourite. Literally, I'm trying to think. Hell in a Cell, War Games, cage matches, Elimination Chambers, things like that. I love those type of matches. Those kind of, the added element, especially Hell in a Cell, added element to see how people use it. A lot of times it gets pure, like, just formulaic nowadays, especially because it's only saved for that stupid pay-per-view where they're just trying to copy TNA's Lockdown. But nobody really wants to just see Hell in a Cell used there. I would love to see Hell in a Cell at like a Survivor Series or a Hell in a Cell at Royal Rumble, or I don't know, just imagine having a Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble, the women and the men Royal Rumble, then you've got a big massive feud that's been going for a year and it ends there. I know whoever wins takes the belt and that's who they face in the Royal Rumble, and it's just a big huge storyline. I wish it was stuff like that, but it's not. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that wee beautiful notification bell down there. Your support means a bunch to me, guys. As you all know, I tell you this every single time that our video's up, but yeah, it means a bunch to me. So we've got top 10 matches here. My number, now these change, like, or they'll go in and out of where they are, but these are generally the top 10 wrestling Hell in a Cells that I've seen so far. Undertaker versus Mankind, King of the Ring, 1998. The reason that is solely there is because of how fucking hard Mankind worked Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, whatever you want to call him. How hard that man worked during this pay-per-view is insane. This and the China swinging the gate, the door on the cage shut on his head. Are two things that made him famous, and this is definitely one of them. This is honestly a great Hell in a Cell. You just don't know what's going to happen next. It's just all fucking, you don't know. When you first ever watch it, like I let my son, sorry, not my son. My son, I was going to say my daughter, but I let my son watch it the other day, and he just loved every moment of it and how bad it was. He honestly thought Mick Foley was dead, and then when he came back, he was poor. Oh, Jesus! It was so good to see. But yeah, number 2, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood 1997, the first Hell in a Cell. I love going into this. I love the Kane debut. I loved the Shawn Michaels being that kind of cowardly character, doesn't want to go in there against Taker in the cell when he's locked in away from everybody else, and people not sure if it's going to be like a cage match or not. But I really, really enjoyed this one. Then we've got the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, No Mercy 2002. Now there's a lot of people out there that throw this into the top 10 Hell in a Cells, but for me it's definitely one of my favourite ones that I've seen. I loved Brock Lesnar being dominant in it, still getting his ass handed to him, but just the back and forth between. I do love that American Badass Brock Lesnar feud at that time. The back and forth that they had was insane. I did love it, but I think this Hell in a Cell is definitely one of their best matches. Number 4 is, it's partly there because of how fun it is. You've got the 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship match. I loved this match when I was a kid. I remember getting the magazine because I wouldn't be able to stay up to watch the pay-per-view because it would be on so late here. And I got the magazine and it had like pictures in it of what happened. So it was like the breakdown of the match and seeing Rikishi coming off the Hell in a Cell. Now you had all the top guys plus Rikishi. I know it was a storyline at the time, but just nobody really nobody was buying into him. I didn't think he was a main eventer, but this was it was just a great Hell in a Cell. There was so much going on in it. People were all over the place, like Rikishi coming off the top, the camera angle it shows you when he's falling, then it shows you from like the other side where you can see the Hell in a Cell when he's coming off, and like there's people still fighting and shit. What would you have done if you were in the crowd just fucking darting about trying to see what's happening? I loved this one. I remember just potting like a fucking mark when I was a kid seeing this. Other one, Batista versus Triple H, Vengeance 2005. This is number 5. This is really, I loved this one. I really loved this match. It was a more like felt like a slower Hell in a Cell, but it was a really fun Hell in a Cell. I really did love this one. Then number 6, Cactus Jack versus Triple H. Again, just because he went through the Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley has to get a special announcement. That man is literally the definition of my childhood. And just never giving up. Pretty much I take that into business to this day. But I loved this match. I remember getting the magazine again for this one. Then Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 28 is number 7. I really like this match. I just don't like that big stupid Hell in a Cell. No, like the big fuck, it's like a double cell side. I just don't like it. And I really hated when they first brought it in. I just didn't get it. But we need to live with it, so I just deal with it now. At least it's better than the Man Red one that they had. Then number 8, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, Bad Blood 2004. That was a great match. That year, they had like Shawn Michaels against Triple H, Last Man Standing at the Royal Rumble. You had the 3-way dance at WrestleMania between Triple H, Shawn Michaels and the unnamed one. And then Bad Blood was just great. It was like the cherry on top of the cake. I just started high school. Like for my 6 years at high school. In Scotland we do 6 years at high school, so I was starting my first year. And I remember getting this on DVD and just loving every single minute of it. Number 9, Triple H versus Kevin Nash, Bad Blood 2003. So I fell out of love with wrestling for a little bit because I stopped having digital TV and I wasn't able to watch wrestling, so I wasn't able to see it. And at that time I didn't have internet or anything. So my mum got me a DVD when she went to the kind of supermarket to buy messages. She saw WWE, she picked the DVD up, brought it back, and it was Bad Blood 2003. I remember watching this and just falling in love with it. Honestly, just falling in love with everything about this. It was just a great wrestling. It was a good wrestling pay-per-view as well, but like this match was just a fun match. I think it means more to me than what it means to most people, but I really like this one. And then my number 10 position goes to Orton versus Undertaker. I loved that match. I loved that Hell in a Cell, and I think it's an underrated Hell in a Cell. A lot of people miss it out. I know Orton mentioned it on Raw there, so I'm guessing a lot of people go back and watch it. But a lot of people really did miss that one out, and I feel a lot of people miss out that Armageddon, that Armageddon that it's on. I really feel they missed it out, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great match. Getting back into wrestling more, and it literally was watching everything that I could, and it was mostly online because again my mum didn't get digital TV, but she got the internet, so we got to compromise, and we watched stuff. But that I love this match. I remember getting the DVD as well from a place in the city centre here called HMV. Getting it from there and just watching, because every month I'd go in and I'd buy like £100 worth of wrestling DVDs. Now they weren't cheap, they were like £20 a pop, so it was like you were getting like 5, but I would save up and work hard to get that and just go fucking watch wrestling for that whole weekend, just every pay-per-view, and get it down to a T. And I've still got some of those DVDs, which I'm going to do a video on one time. I'll probably be on Instagram, so you can kind of see them. But that was my top 10 for Hell in a Cell. What's your top 10 Hell in a Cells? What's your number 1? What's your favourite Hell in a Cell of all time? Is there any... Have you ever been to see a Hell in a Cell live? It's something that I really want to go see, but I'm just not into it now. I would have loved to have went and been able to go see like maybe a Taker Hell in a Cell or something great back in the day. Let me know what if you've ever been to see it, let me know. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram to check out those DVDs that I'm going to be getting put up. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you here tomorrow for a SmackDown review.